Today we're checking out another Two Notes brand collaboration, this time with Headfirst amplifiers with these 5 4x12 cabinets. They're all 4x12 cabinets. We've got the Brit 90 Green, the Eldorado Vintage, the Origin Cream 65, Origin Cream 75, and Origin Vintage. Now, this is pre-release, so being pre-release, some things may possibly look different. It's very unlikely, but they may look different, or some of the description or names may be different, just so you know. And also being pre-release, that means this was provided by Two Notes. They're not paying me for this. They just send me these and said, check them out. And if you feel like it, make a video. And I feel like it, so I'm making a video. But you can check all this stuff out for free anyway. You can preview everything. You got to pay for the cabinets. I think they come in a pack, or you can buy separate cabinets. But check it out. You can try it for free. So today what I'm going to do is I'm going to check out a couple of different guitars, a couple of different amplifiers in the virtual realm, like in here, but then also plug it into plug one of my amplifiers into it. And see what it sounds like. Timestamps for everything below. So to begin with, I thought we're going to check out this Calibro 59. I know people may whinge a little bit about it, but it's a clean tweed-style amplifier. And I thought it sounded actually really quite good with these greenback speakers. And also to begin with, I'm going to be using this Gordon Smith The Gatsby guitar, and there's a video for it up here. That goes via my Peterson Strobe Stop HC tuner, which is always on my desk, into the DI input on my Audient ID44 interface, and then straight into Logic, and I'm listening back to it through Yamaha HS8 speakers. Also, if you have any issues or trouble understanding all the different types of inputs you may have on interfaces, because you may have a mic or instrument, or mic level or line level or instrument level inputs, you may have a DI input, you may have a high Z or Z or a low Z or Z input. If any of that stuff may be confusing, there's a video I did up here, and you can check it out in the description below as well, where I plug into the different inputs and you can hear what the difference is in sound, and hopefully maybe it helps out. So this is the guitar, just basically via the tuner, going straight into the interface and straight into Logic with the Calibro 59 at these settings, with basically default, you just call up that cabinet with 57 and a ribbon 121. That's a 57, there's the 121. Currently no room sounds. This is just direct, and this is what it sounds like on a neck pickup. I think it sounds really, really good. Personally, I always like to put a little bit of studio, especially with cleans, a little bit of studio reverb. I call it Gabor's room. It's just a room sound with not much wet. It's just to give a little bit of life to the cabinets. So there's just a little bit of room sound there. To me, it makes such a difference. I think this is a great sounding cabinet. So this is based on a early 1990s Marshall B-style 4x12 cabinet with 4 Celestion 6402 Rishu greenback speakers. Now I believe this is one of the sort of reference cabinets they have at Headfirst. So I guess a lot of their amplifiers would go through this as a reference cabinet. They captured it, and now it can be yours. And I think it's a really good sounding cabinet. Now let's check out, just to compare it, just the 5 different cabinets with the same sound, right? So this is the Eldorado Vintage. This is based on an early 90s Soldano 4x12 with vintage 30s in it. So I'll go through them without talking. Personally, for me, the greenback is my favorite out of those, for the clean sound anyway. that sound. Let's maybe do a little bit more crunch out of the amp. So one of the things I really like to do, I mean, that cabinet sounds great, and I mean, we could spend hours going through all the different microphone combinations. I'm not going to do that. Try it out yourself. This is just sort of give you a rough idea. But one thing I really personally like to do is I like to have multiple cabinets, right? So I'm going to put a split here and a merge back here, and I'm going to put a second dynamic IR cap here, and we're going to go Headfirst again. So we've got the greenback on one side. I reckon let's try out one of the... Well, let's go through all the... Actually, I think this one will match the best. But let's just see that one. Let's see how we go. But we'll go through all of them. And we've got definite volume increase. So let's turn it down a bit. Let's try the Cream 75. Actually, probably the Cream 65. I quite like that. Now let's maybe do the thing where I go, I don't know, like 30 one way and 30 the other way, just to kind of separate them a little bit. I think that sounds really good. Let's try now a different amp, right? Because, I mean, that's probably not really necessarily the amp meant for that sort of stuff. Let's try, one of my favorites on here is the Molly. And the Molly is quite versatile. And let us add a noise gate as well. Molly's quite versatile, right? Because you've got a clean channel, you've got two different channels. It's like that Bogner Ecstasy kind of thing. Let's just see what that sounds like now with those two cabinets. So we've got the greenbacks of a little bit on the left, the 65 a little bit on the right, going into that sort of room sound. Let's see what that sounds. Let's go to channel 2. Let's get a bit more gain out of this. Let's try with that heavier sound. Let's try out. So we've got the Cream 65 on one. So let's just move the greenback now. Let's try a different greenback. Let's try the Eldorado Vintage. Probably like that actually with the 65. Let's try the Cream 65 and 75. Gotta say that I quite like the combination for that sound. Okay, now which cabinet makes which sound? So this is now the 65. And that's the Eldorado. So the Eldorado is a bit deeper. The Cream has more... So maybe if we go to the Cream... And let's now, instead of putting the 57 right up the top, let's put, what about a 414? You lose a little bit of that really high top end, maybe. Now let's try that same sound with humbuckers. So for humbuckers, I'm going to use this absolutely gorgeous, made in Japan, Elemental Jazz Master by Fender, and there's a video for it up here. Everything is exactly the same. I'm in E-flat tuning on this. I'm down a semitone, and this is what it sounds like. That sounds great. Now let's just try maybe instead of even on a Molly sound, because we're using a Soldano style cabinet. Let's use the Snakebutt 50. Maybe a little less treble. Some presence, maybe, of really top end stuff. Do we need more gain? I think that's almost too much. Let's change the amp one more time. I know it talks about that sort of 90s sound. So I reckon 90s. This is a very 90s thing, the Mesa Boogie style thing. So let's turn the gain up, humbucker. There's a lot of that. Maybe I should have turned up. Okay, let's try some different cabinets now. So that instead of the Soldano, let's go back to the green. That actually sounds pretty good. And let's see if we can, so we've now got on one side, we've got the Origin Vintage, and on the other side, the 65. Let's just see what... that Cream 65 Origin vintage combination. So let's now try out a real amplifier. This real amplifier. This is the Engel RetroTube 100 killer amp. There's a video for it up here. Now that goes into a 2-note Captor, not the Captor X, not that one, but a Captor. So no cabinet simulation, anything on it. It's just a load box, and straight again into my Audient ID44 interface and into Logic. Now this is the clean sound with that same combination of cabinets I had before. On a neck pickup. I'm gonna go back to the green back on here because I like the green back for clean. It's a lovely keen sound. Works really well with these cabinets actually. They're a good sounding cabinet. But now let's go to a slightly more driven channel. So this is now channel 2 but on a lower gain setting, and it sounds like this. Let's try that before again on a low again. I like that. So on one side the Eldorado vintage, on the other side the Brit 90 green. Maybe a bit more mid-forward. I quite like that actually. Now let's try the mid-boost. So this is kind of like a mid-boost tone switch kind of thing. Let's try the super high gain channel. We're now on channel 2 with the boost on and with the mid boost thing on, and it sounds like that. I think that sounds really, really good. So what's on the other side again? We've got the Eldorado vintage. Let's just go through them all again. Probably like the green actually. Let's go for that. I think that sounds really good, but let's try lastly some low tunings. Alright, lastly, let's try this guitar. So this is an old Carvin. It would be called Kiesel now, I guess. I don't know if they make this model anymore. This is the CT6 California calf top. I had this guitar for a long time. I call it in Coca-Cola burst, because it all kind of looks like a Coca. Anyway, with some Fishman Fluence modern pickups, and it's in drop C tuning. Same sound as before, same cabinets as before. Sounds like this. Ooh, I like that. And the other one is still the, yeah, so that's the Eldorado and the Cream 65. I've no idea what I'm playing, but I could go on for hours, but I mean, hopefully that gave you sort of a little bit of an idea. I think they're genuinely really quite good sounding cabinets. Now, what I often do and what I often like to do is I like to pair them with some other odd cabinets. So maybe have like one of those with a 1x8 or a 2x10, or, I mean, there's some really cool, interesting different cabinets in there, 6x12, 4x15. These are great actually as well, these warning cabinets. Anyway, just a thought, check it out. You can check it all out for free. Yeah, let me know if there's anything else you want me to do with these particular cabinets in the comments below. And big thank you to Two Notes. Big thank you to all you lovely people for watching. Check out this Two Notes playlist and see you in the next one. Bye-bye.